There are more than 440 nuclear power plants in operations around the world in 30 countries. The primary fuel for those power plants? Uranium. The United States is the 8th largest uranium mining country in the world. And my next guest, that's his business. Amir Adnani is the chairman and chief executive of the U.S.-based Uranium Energy Corporation. Amir, good to have you with us on Bloomberg. For those of people that may not know about your company, can you explain what state is it in? It's in Texas, I know that, but what state of operation is it in? You've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of the permitting and the planning and the exploration for uranium.
Yeah, Pimm, thanks for having me on the show. The company, Uranium Energy Corp, is roughly 6 years old. And about 4.5 months ago, in late 2010, we became the newest uranium producer in America. First new uranium project to start production in 5 years. So uranium mines don't start up every day or every week. It's a fairly small industry, but a very important one. We started production down in South Texas, where we have a fully licensed and constructed uranium processing facility. And we will be looking to mine uranium using a very low-cost and environmentally friendly technology called in-situ recovery. Pimm, this is an alternative to conventional mining, which tends to be very high-cost and capital-intensive. In-situ recovery is a very effective and low-cost way of developing uranium operations, and we plan to expand our current production, which is in a ramp-up phase right now, over the months and years to come. You mentioned a good point, which is the U.S. being the world's 8th uranium producer. What's interesting is that the U.S. is the world's largest uranium consumer. The U.S. reactors, 104 of them, consume 55 million pounds of uranium annually, yet domestic production is only 3 million pounds a year. So the U.S. is more dependent on foreign uranium than on foreign oil.
So given that situation, have you sold the future production of your mines already?
Pimm, we're in a very unique position in that we're a debt-free company. Typically, mining companies don't start production without some type of project finance or debt. We were able to acquire a processing plant from a major uranium company, which saved us a lot of time in CapEx. And as a result, we were able to finance the rest of the project with equity, such that we are debt-free right now. We have a very robust balance sheet, and we haven't signed any contracts that commits us to a fixed price. We believe that the uranium prices are going to move higher here. We have the financial bandwidth to basically improve and expand our operations, and we will look to make sales of uranium once we do some inventory building as our production ramps up.
Now, Amir, you've got the processing facility in Hobson, Texas, and the mine in Duval County, Texas, that is the one that you've already started production on.
Yeah, correct. So, Pimm, think of it as a hub-and-spoke strategy. The hub is our processing plant, Hobson, and it can process up to 3 million pounds of uranium a year. At full capacity, that's equal to total U.S. production today. In Duval County, we have our first satellite project, the Palangana project, and that's where initial production has started. On March 14th, we had initial production results showing cash operating cost of roughly $18 per pound. And as we expand production, we look to develop additional satellite projects in other counties where we have properties at various stages of development. And that's how we're going to increase our production output. But everything is centrally processed at the Hobson facility. I think this hub-and-spoke strategy is very unique, and it's going to allow us to maintain very competitive cost profile and just very efficient operations.
All right, we're going to leave it there, but I want to thank you very much, Amir Adnani. He's the chief executive of Uranium Energy Corporation.